And hello. This is Whackasm Plays Cascadia, part 3, I think. Yeah, we're in the third scenario of Cascadia. It's been a little bit. I took a little break from Cascadia, but I'm back. I'm trying to get through the rest of some of these scenarios, or at least every individual unique sheet, so that I can move on to the other Cascadia. I forget what it's called. Not Rolling Hills, but the other one. But yeah, this is my scenario progress so far. We are, I don't know, 11 achievement points in towards our goal of 50. So, sorry, I'm coughing. I feel like I'm always coughing or sick lately when I play. Anyway, this is Cascadia Rolling Hills. And I guess let's just get started. If you want to learn how to play, I have 2 other videos prior to this that kind of go over the rules a little bit deeper. The only unique thing today we need to kind of go over is this is scenario 3. So if you look at the top right, I don't know, I can't really highlight it. Up where it says 3C 614 12 50, collect 1 of each landmark. Those are the scenario goals. So basically, I'm playing on map C. Those are the goal, or not the goal cards, the completion cards that are preset for me, and I need to get at least 50 points, and I have to collect 1 of each landmark in order to win this scenario. So we're going to do the best that we can. These are the achievements that we are looking to complete at some point on sheet C, in addition to, just beating the game. So we are looking to score 50 points, 65 points, 80 points. We can get 80. We can get all 3 of those. Complete 2 full habitat types in 1 game. Collect all the sun and rain bonuses, I guess, in 1 game. Collect 10 landmarks. Outline all 4-point hexagons and complete the overflow track. So we don't have to do it all in 1 game, but that is what we are trying to do so far. Then in addition to that, we're also trying to beat all the scenarios. So that's my progress so far. Anyway, let's get started. I've forgotten how to do this. There we go. All right, so this is the setup. So I guess let's cover this part. This is the other new part. This is the new map that we're working with. So the way this one works, compared, if you don't remember, every Cascadia map plays differently. That's kind of the unique hook to this game. You use the same dice, same cards, randomized completion goals, or for the scenarios, preset completion goals, and then cards, and then the map. The map is the main scoring mechanism, and each one plays differently, and they each have a different rising complexity level. So if you look at the top right, kind of up here, you'll see that this is a 2-star complexity, so a little bit harder, I guess, than some of the other ones. And the way this one works is when we complete a card, you basically start on the center hex, and based on what rewards you get for completing it, you'll start kind of circling hexes, and every hex that you circle, you get either the points or the bonus. And you basically always have to do hexes that are adjacent to a previous hex that you've circled. So you're kind of like starting in the middle of the map and then going out and branching out, and all the best rewards are all the way deep in, like all these 4-point bonuses that are on the edge here. Every time you get a sun or a rain, you get 1 of these bonuses up here. Basically every column, at most, you can get 2 of the bonuses, 1 sun bonus and 1 rain bonus. If you circle a landmark, you just cross it out and you go down the row. If you get all 3 of the same type of landmarks, you kind of get a bonus for victory points, and you get a bonus resource every time you get the second one. If you get 1 of each, which for this scenario, I have to get 1 of each in order to be able to win. I have to at least get this first row. You get these bonuses on the side. So if you can get the first 2 rows, you can get 2 and 5 points plus extra hexes to, circle. And then on top of those bonuses, if you can get all of 1 terrain type. So I always forget exactly the names, but we have forests. I think this is grass and wetlands and mountains and water or rivers. Rolling Rivers is the other expansion. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name. But if you can get all of one type, you get like a bonus 4 points for the type as well. And then if you get all of one type and you get more of that type, then you get the overflow down here. And this is one of the achievements that you can get, is to complete this whole row down here. And then you also then score your extra resources and your bonus nature tokens. Yeah, sorry. Again, it's been a while. It's been like about a month or so since I've played, so I've already forgotten the terminology. But anyway, and then this particular map is the Palouse, I guess, between the Rocky Mountains and the Cascades. The Palouse Prairie was once a native prairie grassland of perennial cool season species such as the blue bunch wheatgrass, Idaho fescue, Sandberg bluegrass, and giant wild rye. It's kind of sad they don't put pictures. I feel like they should have pictures of this location if, you know, they're going to theme it, but it's fine. I guess we learn a little bit with our games. So anyway, that's the unique stuff that we need to know about that. So we can now get started. So this is our setup. These are our goals right here. Well, not goals. These are, when you complete a card, you can either get bonuses or you can get a discount, is how this works. So if we complete this row, we get to roll both of our personal dice and get the rewards. Here we get a nature token. Here, if we complete this card, we will get an animal of our choice. And then if we do the fourth column, we can basically use any animal combinations we want, but we have to pay an extra 3 animals in order to be able to do it. So that's kind of the discount that we get in this last row here. So anyway, let's get started and see how things go. So first thing we're going to do, I believe we start with a card up. Let me double check. Pretty sure we do. Yeah, so we're supposed to have one card up before we start. So our goal for this is 3 foxes and 3 eagles, which we do not have currently. So we are going to step 1, roll all the dice. So let's do that. So just as a quick reminder, this first dice is like the main dice. This has a lot of special actions on it. And 3 of the dice actions that we can do is we can convert up and we can convert down, or we could collect 2 types of animals across all the dice. These are what kind of like you pay the nature tokens with. So as an example, you can down convert. If you kind of look at this hierarchy here, we got bears are worth more than elk are worth more than foxes. For instance, if I wanted to, I could down convert the 3 foxes that I have into an eagle or eagles, and I could collect 4 eagles this turn. And normally that costs 1 nature token, but because I have this special dice, it would cost me nothing. So that might be something that I want to do if I want to get it like an extra eagle out of this. Or I can up convert. I could, for instance, up convert all these foxes into elk, and that normally costs 2 nature tokens. But I could pay 1 less and it would only cost me 1. Or I could collect 2 types of animals. Let's say I wanted the bear and the foxes. I could pay 3 nature tokens to do it. So those are the dice actions. And again, they're all right next to my head right here on this dice action reminder sheet. But again, just covering it real quick. I don't know why I always cover the rules, even though I did it in the last 2 games, but I guess if you're just discovering me on this video, then, you know, it's helpful. All right, so I think I am going to down convert these foxes into eagles, because we do need eagles and foxes, and I don't know, I get 1 more out of it. So I think that's all I'm going to do this turn. So we are just going to simply write in on our sheet here. We have 5 eagles instead of 1 eagle. So I collect the wildlife. I check the spectral dice. Check the central dice. I took my dice action, which was a down convert, which was free because of that dice action that I got on this dice up here. And then I recorded my eagles, and that's it. I can complete a habitat card right now if I wanted to or could, but I can't because I'm missing the foxes for that. So we're simply just going to advance this to the next round. And now we have a lot of elk and salmon for this card that we need. So let's roll the dice and see what we got going. There's a bug near me that I'm keeping an eye on. So if you see me looking up in the air, that's what I'm looking at. I don't know why there's a bug. I'm playing in a basement today. When I do this setup, I'm in a basement instead of my board game room. And I don't know, it's summer, so we get New Jersey millipedes. Not the best, but yeah, anyway. All right, so what were we gonna do? Oh yeah, so we rolled the dice. So this I can get an animal of my choice. So since I have a majority of foxes, I'll take foxes. That will give me 1 fox, 2 fox, 3 foxes. So let's do that. All right, so now I could cash in right now and get the 2 forests, and that would give me two nature tokens, and then I would get an extra nature token for doing that. But I think I want to wait once more and get an animal of my choice instead, because then I can just kind of get a refund back on one of the 2 animals that I don't cash in on. And I think that's probably the better choice. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So that's it for this turn. We will advance the cards once forward again. And now we have some eagles and salmon again for this. So let's roll the dice and see what we get. All right, we got elk, bears, foxes, and a salmon. So bears are kind of hard to get. I don't really have any use for them yet, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the 4 elk and the 2 salmon in time for this card. So I think I'm just gonna take the bears. I mean, I could take the foxes and try to score the foxes twice. I get more forests twice and get a lot of these nature tokens. Let's see here. I have 5. I could do that. Yeah, why not? Okay, it's probably a horrible idea, but instead of taking the bears, I feel like the bears would be better to take because they're harder to get, but I'm going to take the 2 foxes instead. And that's going to put us at 6 foxes. And then I'm going to do this habitat card. So it's only worth 2 forest spaces, but I do get 2 nature tokens. So let's give myself the 2 nature tokens first. And then forget the order. Take the habitat and completion card bonuses. Mark the environment. Okay, so I take this bonus first, and then I mark the environmental sheet and take the environmental sheet bonuses. Okay. I don't know if I always did that in the right order in past games, but all right. Bug is not near me anymore. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a hawk, or yeah, an eagle. Is it a hawk or an eagle? I feel like I should know if it's a hawk or an eagle. Let's find out real quick. It is a hawk. I was saying the right thing. So now I have 6 and 6, and conveniently, this is 3 and 3, so I can take this card a second time here. This is optional, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is optional. Let me double check that. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is optional, so I don't have to do it. So anyway, I'm doing this. I get 2, so let's switch over to this view and see how this works. All right, so the way this works is I get to now kind of draw lines around hexes. But they have to be forest hexes because I got 2 forest hexes as my reward. So the first one's obvious. I have to do this one, so we're going to do this one first. Oops. Really bad with drawing. Oh, there we go. And then now I have the option. I can take this one or this one. I think we are going to go down like this. Just get the 2 victory points for now. So one thing I didn't really mention is that you can kind of naturally accidentally get hexes if you kind of basically, if I was to circle all 6 of the hexes around this middle one, then I will naturally get this middle one. Like if you notice I have these 2 sides right here. I have this one and this one for this one. So I'm going to try and cheat a little bit, I guess. And well, not cheat. I guess I'm going to try to use strategy. And I'm going to try to leave hexes open so I get some free hexes. I don't know how well that's going to work out. That's why I went down, because now if I go up this way, if I get this mountain here, I can probably get this accidentally and then I don't have to worry about it. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if that's the right play or not, but that's what we're trying to do. That's why I left this open. So just to remind myself at the end of the game, it does mean that I am getting this and this. There we go. All right. All right, so I got all the bonuses. I got my 2 nature. I got my 2 forests. I didn't get any extra bonuses from that. So we are now just going to advance the card. Oh wait, I have to actually cross off the resources. I used 3 foxes and I used 3 hawks. Technically, I used 3 hawks first and then gave myself one, but I end up with 3 and 3. That's really the important part. Is I had 6 and 5. I would have been down to 3 and 2, then got a free hawk, so I'm down to 3 and 3. I guess order doesn't matter. I'll try to do it in the order properly moving forward. Anyway, we're going to advance this ahead. We're going to re-roll our dice and see what we get. Again, we got a lot of eagles. So maybe, or not eagles. Why do I keep... It's like I know it's hawk, but then I say eagle. It's like my brain just doesn't register these things correctly. All right, well, I think I'm just going to take hawks for now because I get 3 of them, and maybe I'll just get... I can always use hawks in the last column. Like I can overpay with hawks if I need it. So I guess we'll do that for now. This one is not horrible to do here because I can get 2 animals back, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I could get salmon. I could downgrade actually and get salmon and get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 salmon. No, I'll just take the hawks for now. 1, 1, 1. Yeah, I'm gonna be missing 1, so I'm not gonna be able to do this turn. Actually, no, I could do this turn right now and just not do the forest again. Interesting dilemma. I think this is the better one to do, simply because I still get the bonus 2 actions, but I get 2 resources back, which is better than nothing. Even though I get the 2 forests here, I'm going to do this one. All right, so I'm going to take the 3 hawks first. So let's do that. I'm at 6 hawks. Now I have no dice. I could do the dice actions, but I'm not going to do any dice actions. I'm not downgrading or upgrading or taking multiple. So then I'm going to complete a card. I'm going to complete this first card. Was not expecting to do this, but I guess this is why this is in this spot, because it messes with you, which means I'm going to pay my 1 elk, a fox, a hawk, and my 1 salmon, which means I'm going to get 2 more nature tokens for dice actions, and then I can immediately roll both of my personal dice and gain the results. So we're going to roll this one, and I got an elk and a fox back. So I'm back to 1, back to 3 foxes. And then now we go use that somewhere. So we're going to go back over here and kind of towards my plan. This one is a hybrid. This one is got like, it's hard to see, but that sun on the, what is it? Grassland? What is this? This is a prairies. Prairies on the bottom and forest on the top. So I can just kind of use this 1 prairie to take this guy right here, which is going to give me a sun bonus. And then with the sun bonus, I can get one of these things. I can get 2 salmon, I can get an elk, I can get a nature, a victory point, and I can only get 2 things from this column. Now, since I have no salmon, I'm probably going to take the salmon, but let me just calculate. Is there anything I can get with the elk? No. Yeah, so we're going to take the 2 salmon. Okay, and that is it for all of our bonuses there. So we are going to advance. All right, so this is another one. I can do this and get 2 resources back. So I feel like this is going to be where all the strategy is at for me. I'm going to always try and do this if I can, and then if I can't, we'll try and do this instead. But this way I can kind of keep replenishing my animals in some way. So first we have to re-roll all our dice and see what we get. All right, so we got our 2 bears, 2 foxes. I could spend 2 of these tokens and get 2 bears and 2 foxes. That might not be too bad to do. I could downgrade bears to elks. I could upgrade the foxes to elks. But I think I'm gonna spend the 2 nature tokens. I have a lot of nature tokens right now. I might regret this. And I am going to take get 2 types, and I'm gonna get 2 bears and 2 foxes. So that's gonna put me at 3 bears and 5 foxes. And I'm doing that because I'm about to spend my foxes right now on this mountain card right here. So I'm going to claim that mountain card with my 1 elk, 2 foxes, and 2 hawks. And that means I immediately get to re-roll these 2 dice and get whatever pops up on it. So I got a salmon and a fox. I feel like I'm gonna run out of fox spaces on my fox tracker here. I feel like I'm doing a lot of foxy things. Anyway, okay. So that is all of that. I do get one of those tokens back immediately for my bonus right here. And then I get 2 mountains to use. So let's see where we want to use those mountains. So, I mean, interestingly enough, my plan is almost working because I can do this for my first mountain. And then I can do this for my second mountain. Now, also kind of similar to this space right here, this space right here doesn't have a terrain type. The only way to get that would be to surround it with all of these hexes right there. So that's kind of an example of like, you kind of have to do the thing that I was talking about every once in a while. But yeah, so first let's just remind myself that I scored this for the end of the game. And then let's give ourselves another sun reward. So I can get 2 hawks, I can get a salmon and a fox. I can get 2 nature tokens or 2 victory points. I guess I will take, what do we have? We still have a lot of foxes and hawks. Like I can get this again here. I can get this again here with what I have. I don't have any elk, but you know, I can't get an elk out of this transaction. So I guess I'm going to hedge my bets and I'm going to take the 2 hawks. Yeah, we'll get the 2 hawks. We have 4 foxes. All right. Probably should have taken the salmon because then I could have grabbed this if I really wanted to, but we might go for this on the next space if we can get an elk. So let's see if we get some elk on the next one. All right, so that is it for this turn. So we're going to advance the cards. And then what are we doing? We are rolling dice. All right, 3 elk. 3 elk, and I can now, well, if I upgrade, I can get a 4th elk, which might be worth it. But upgrading is 2, so probably not worth it. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the 3 elk and not use my token. We have 3 elk. Then now this is a 3 bear, 1 elk, and 2 salmon for 3 marsh, and I can get 2 back. This is kind of a lot, but I do get 3 marsh spaces, which could be worth it, which I think is going to be worth it. Or I could go with this plan and just pay 1 of each to get 1 more sun space. But I think we're gonna go with this plan. Every time I can do this, I think I'm just gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna be on autopilot here. I have all of this, so we're gonna do all of this, and then maybe I still have all of this for this space if this is unlucky. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna pay 3 bears. I'm down to no bears. An elk, 2 of my salmon, so we're down to 1 salmon, and we're gonna get 2 nature tokens, up to 7 nature tokens. We're gonna immediately re-roll these 2. Boop, boop. We get a fox and a hawk, so got a lot of those going on. All right. And then that means we are going to use our 3 marsh spaces. So the first one we're definitely going to do is this one right here. And then this is a hybrid, and I think we're going to do that. That's going to give us a rain space. And then I think we will grab this hawk right here. So first, let's give ourselves the hawk, up to 7 hawks. And let's give ourselves this rain space. And that means I'm going to get this right here. And I have a choice of getting an elk, an extra nature token, or victory points. I mean, I think the elk is probably the better one. I don't know. And I guess like if you really wanted to get the most amount of victory points possible in the game, you would have to get these victory points. I don't think it's possible to get every single victory point in the game. I feel like that's just not going to be doable. So I'll take the elk for now because that will probably help me get one of these 4 spaces later. So yeah. All right. Okay. Did I do everything? I gotta remind myself that I scored this victory point right here. And if I get this spot right here, then I'll get this automatically. And if I get this spot here, I'll get this automatically. So we're in a good spot for that. I do have to get, though, 1 of every landmark, which is something I gotta pay attention to. So, all right. So we did everything. We got our bonuses. So we are going to advance and then roll. Right? It is advance and then roll. Hopefully I'm not doing. All right. Let's see what we have. Can we do this one? 2 elk. We got that. We got the hawk. We don't have the salmon. So let's see what we roll. Otherwise, we might have to shift gears and get this guy. You could always do this one as an extreme backup option. I'm probably never going to take this column. So let's see. Let's roll our dice and see what we get. We want some salmon. We got no salmon. Might be the round to upgrade though, because we can get 5 bears. And I don't know if we're going to need 5 bears, but bears are hard to get. So yeah, we're going to spend 2 nature tokens. And we are going to upgrade the 3 elk that are showing into bears. That means we're going to get 1 bear, 2, 3, 4, 5 bears. It doesn't really help me right now, but it could help me get this one on the next turn. But it does mean that I cannot score the 2 elk, hawk, and 3 salmon combo. So I'm going to have to score the 1 elk, 2 foxes combo instead. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to lose an elk, 2 foxes, 2 hawks, and I can get back anything. So I'm going to get back an elk just in case. Actually, no, yeah, we'll get an elk because I don't know. Supposedly salmon are more available on the dice, and also downgrading's cheaper, so I should be able to get more salmon. So yeah, so we'll get the elk back for that, and we will get 1 nature token. So that's all the bonuses. We are now going to write in our 2 mountains. So we need this water. So I think we're just gonna simply we're gonna go get this 1 mountain, and then we're gonna go here, get the 2nd mountain, and then we're just gonna go here and get this 3rd mountain. Seems like a good strategy, I guess. I don't know. There's more mountain spaces on the bottom too, but I'm not there yet to get these things. So that's just a lot of victory points, not really too helpful for my gameplay, but it does get me closer to these symbols. It gets me closer to these marsh spaces up here if I want access to those. Although it's weird that like marsh mountain, you know, kind of like opposites of each other. And it does mean if I go back down this way, I can actually get both of these for free, which is something I didn't really think about. Same thing with these. Instead of like getting this next, I could just, actually no, that doesn't work. You can't get 2 for free. You can only ever get 1 for free. Okay, yeah. All right, so that's all the bonuses. So we're going to advance 1. Ooh, 4 foxes, 3 hawks, 1 salmon with 3 plains. So if I can get a fox on this one, this might be a good card to get. If not, this is still available and I have everything here. I don't have the salmon, so salmon or foxes? Let's see. Okay, foxes. I can even downgrade an elk to get a 4th fox. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I'm going to get a 4th fox because we're about to spend 4 foxes. So I'm going to downgrade using a nature token. I'm going to downgrade that elk to be a fox, and that gives me 4 foxes. So I'm at 7. And then I have the 4 foxes, the 3 hawks, and the 1 salmon. So we're going to do that. So we're back down to 3 foxes, 2 hawks, and back to no salmon. This is a salmonless game, but I'm about to get an extra salmon right now, I think. Does give me back my nature token, so that's important. And then I get 2 more resources. I get an elk and a salmon, so I got a salmon back. And it puts me at 4 elk. Okay. So now we got to spend these terrains. We got 3 to spend. So I think the first one's going to be obvious. We're going to do this one. And that gets us a salmon. And then also, we naturally get this 1 because we surrounded it. Okay. So now I got to figure out where I want to. So I have to get these 2 if I want this mountain. I don't necessarily need this mountain. I also kind of want to get this space for free. So yeah, we're going to do these 2, I think. Let's see, I can't get this. Can't get any of these up there. So yeah, I think we're just going to do 1, 2. Kind of forced our hand if we want to get that extra mountain. But at least we can surround this now. So, and these are just worth victory points at the end of the game. So there we go. All right. Moving along. Whoa, lost my screen for a second. Okay. So we are just simply going to advance and roll. Okay. This is, I can take one of 3 different animals. So I could take a bear, an elk, and a fox if I wanted to, or I could just take the 2 bears, or I can downgrade the 2 bears into 4 elk, which might be worth it, or I could upgrade the 2 elk into bears. Problem I have right now is I can't get this salmon, so I don't have the ability to get this card, and I'm in a situation where I don't have the ability to get this card, but I could get this one if I wanted to and get another 3 marsh, which is probably worth it. Or I could also, I can't do this one because I'm missing a hawk unless I downgrade that fox, which I'm not going to do that. 3 bear, 1 elk, 2 salmon, no bonus unfortunately, but 3 more marshes, probably worth doing. Yeah, definitely worth doing. Okay, so what are we going to do here? How are we going to do this? All right, so first we're going to get, I want that, you know, I'm spending so many bears for this, so we're going to upgrade. We're going to spend 2 nature tokens, and we're getting our 2 nature tokens back, so I'm not even going to cross it. You know what, we'll cross it off just for consistencies. Whoops. Spending down the 4, I'm going to upgrade the 2 elk to bears, so we're going to be at 9 bears. Not going to take this dice action to get 1 of each animal. Then we're going to spend 3 bears, 1 elk, and then our only salmon to do this card. We're going to get our 2 nature tokens back. We don't get a bonus, but we do get our 3 marshes. And we're going to split this up, I think. I think we are going to go this way and just get all these points. There's no way to surround this. There's no way to surround any of these guys. But I could do this. And that's going to give us this like rain cloud. Let's take care of the second rain cloud. And I think we're going to take the free salmon and the fox. And then we're going to take the free fox. And then I think we're going to take, what do I want to take? I could get another sun. Sun would give me 3 salmon. So we're going to do that. We're going to get our salmon that we keep missing out on. So this is a hybrid space right up here. So I'm going to go 1 like this. And let's not draw that well. And we're going to get this sun. And we're going to get these 3 salmon right here. That's going to put us at 4 salmon. Gives us a little bit of flexibility, which means we can also get this mountain card that's coming up if we need it. Or we can get this sun card with all of our foxes if we get some elk. Or, I don't know, we just have salmon for whatever comes here. All right, so that's our 3 that we're getting. I thought I was going to get the victory points, but we're going to hold off on the victory points and assume that we have opportunities to get it later because we're still in the tier 1 cards. And I think we're about to hit the tier 2 cards, maybe? Yep, tier 2 cards are next. So we have 10 more turns left after this. All right, so 2 bears, 1 elk, 2 foxes, and a salmon. We have all of this. So let's just re-roll our dice and see what we get. We can get a lot of foxes or a lot of hawks. Now what's better, hawks or foxes? It's cheaper to get more hawks. So let's do the cheaper route for now and just get all our hawks out of the way. So we're gonna use 1 token to get 6 hawks. That puts us at 8 hawks. And then we are simply going to cash in this card, 2 bears, 1 elk, 2 foxes, and 1 salmon. And it's going to give us 3 water spaces. We haven't got any water spaces, and we're going to get our nature token that we just spent back. Okay, so let's do some water spaces. Well, we can get this one right here. We have actually we have some water spaces down here. This is a hybrid, right? I think this is water. These are all marshes, right? Yeah, okay. Let's get this one first. That's going to give us a rain cloud. And I think I'm going to get an extra terrain tile this time. I could get a hawk and an elk or 2 foxes. I could get my 2 foxes back though. I think we're going to get the terrain tile this time. I think for all these I'm going to get extra terrain tiles that I can get wherever I want. So where do I want? I think for the whatever I want one, we're just going to go grab this guy up here. Doesn't really get me anything right now, but it gets me this first. Because I need to get this row, I have to start worrying about that. And then I can start getting extra resources if I go down that way. But I'm trying to get these 2 rows, so we're going to prioritize that. All right, so I have 2 more water tiles or marsh tiles to do, and I think we're simply going to do the simple things right now. I think we are going to grab this salmon, because we can get a salmon back. And then I think we're going to grab this bear right here. Do I want the bear? That's the question. Or do I want to just grab this water thing right here? You know what? No, we're going to get the bear for now first. Bear. Okay. Puts us at 5 bears. Okay. So that is it. Good advance. We're going to roll. All right, this is a 5 mountain one. If I can get elks this turn, I can do this and get 2 resources back. Did I get my 2 resources? I did not get my 2 resources for this. All right, so after I collect my resources, I'm going to re-roll these 2 dice and get my 2 free resources. I did forget to do that, but I have 2 elk showing and I have an extra fox. So I am just going to up convert to elk. So 5, 6, 4. I'm going to take 3 elk. Puts us at 5 elk. And then I'm going to re-roll these 2 for my free resources I should have got last round. If I'm cheating, let me know, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure I did not get them. A lot of hawks right now. And we are going to simply just take this card for 5 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4 bears. Down to 2 bears. Down to 2 elk. And 1 fox. Or down to 2 fox. Okay. Which means we're going to get 1 nature token back. And 2 resources. Let's do that immediately so we don't forget. So we get an elk back. And we have 10 hawks now. We got to start spending these hawks. But we can spend them over here on this card later on if we need to. So that's interesting. All right. Okay, so let's get our 5 mountains. Figure out where we're going to spend those. All right, so I think the first 3 are obvious, but we didn't connect to this mountain space down here, which was kind of unfortunate. So I guess potentially this one is complicated because you can get to a space, you can get to a position where you can't spend stuff. So like if I get mountains again, I can potentially not be able to spend them, which is not something I realized. So I definitely want to get to these areas over here so I don't get into that position. But at least I can spend my mountains here and I can still kind of do it kind of efficiently. It's not that big of a deal. So I think we're just going to do 1, get a hawk. Then actually no, how do I want to do this? I guess I'm not doing it that efficiently. 2, 3, 4, and then get this, I get that. Okay, 5. This one right here is the hybrid one. This is a mountain water. Okay, so I get this naturally. So let's take care of that. I get all those and I get another cloud. And I think I'm going to, instead of getting bonus things, I'm going to get this extra hex tile first, and I'm gonna simply use it. Oh, I have access to this up here, so I need to either get to these forest tiles or down here. So I think I'm gonna try and potentially might be able to get marshes. So I think I'm gonna do either, or I can potentially get water on the next turn if I get a bad card. So I think I'm gonna extend the marshes. We're gonna do this one. That's my freebie. And then, I mean, I just have to remind myself I'm getting this victory points, this victory points, this victory points. These are not done yet. This is not done yet. This victory points. Okay, so that's everything. All right, so now I see what the challenge is you can lock yourself out if you make a mistake. So let's not do that. We're hoping for marsh or prairie for this and something that I can complete. Marsh. I don't know if we can complete this though. Let's roll our dice and see. That's a lot of hawks. Do we want hawks? I don't know. First, do we have 3 elk? Yes. Do we have 2 foxes? Yes. Do we have 4 hawks? Yes. Do we have 3 salmon? Yes. Okay, so we can do this. So do I take the 5 hawks? Do I convert down convert into salmon? Let's down convert into salmon. Let's get our salmon count up. So we're going to down convert to salmon. We don't get any bonus nature tokens on this, so I don't know how smart this is, but we're doing it just so that we can have some salmon, because we've been kind of low on salmon this whole time. So we're up to 9 salmon. So we down converted our hawks to salmon. Could have up converted. No, I didn't need the up convert. I could have just got the 5 hawks though for free. But then I'd be at like 16 hawks. That's a lot of hawks. Sorry for the coughing. But now we can do all this. We can get our marshes that we wanted and be in a good spot there. So first, let's get our 2 free. Let's spend everything first. Yeah. So we're going to do 2 foxes, 4 hawks, 3 salmon. Let's roll our 2 free dice. We get 1 elk and 1 hawk back. Let's do our 5 marshes. So I think this one's going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to do this one first. Now it gets us access to this mountain space. We're going to do this one right here. This one right here. Now we have access to this forest group if we need it. And then if we do this, and this one, we get this one for free. And it means we get a free resource of our choice. And since we have 0 foxes right now, we're going to take a fox. Don't know if that's the best idea, but that's what we're doing. And then everything else was just victory points, unfortunately. So we're just going to circle them all so we have them. And yes, that's it. So we are going to advance. Re-roll the dice. Don't know if we're going to be able to do this unless we get a lot of foxes. No, we don't have the elk and foxes. We have the bear, so probably gonna have to skip this, but we might be able to do this. Nope, can't do this either. Is it worth it to do this? 2 bears, 1, 2, and 1. You just get 3 more marshes, maybe. But now we're in a position where, like, if I want to do this or this, I gotta like load up. And this is kind of one of everything now, so this is not the greatest roll. This is probably a good down convert one. Maybe I down convert the elk into foxes. If I want to do this one, I need the elk though. Nope, but I don't have the bears. No way to, I could take, no. Bear. Nope, not enough. This one I could just do with hawks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd spend all my hawks on that one, or I could spend the 2 bears, 1 elks. I don't know, I think I'm gonna not take a habitat card this round. I think I'm just gonna stock up on something. And I think it's going to be foxes. Down convert. Feels like maybe a waste of a token, but we're going to down convert and we're up to 4 foxes. Use any animals, but pay 3 to the total cost. So if I want the mountains again, I can finish up all the mountain spaces. If I wait for this. Well, it doesn't matter. I can use whatever I want. So if I take the foxes, I can use the foxes for that. Yeah, okay. All right. So that's it. We're going to advance. Not the best round. Okay, let's roll. So we have the salmon, we have the hawks, we need the elk. We can upgrade for that. I think that's what we're going to do. And get back to resources. We're going to stick with our plan here. So we're going to spend 2, not getting any back, to upgrade. So we're running out of nature tokens. We're down to 1 nature token. We're gonna get the elk though, and then we're gonna spend our 3 elk, 4 hawks, 3 salmon to get 2 resources back. We get 2 hawks back. It's kind of interesting, and then we get 4 prairies to spend. So where do I want to spend these prairies is the question. I guess do 3, get a lot of victory points and surround this, or I could get all these. It's kind of the same. We're gonna go up here and get these. Get another sun, and with the sun we can stock up on elk and kind of prepare ourselves to do this one again if it hits here, or we can do the water one when it hits here. So yeah, we're gonna stock up on elk, get 2 free. We're going to get another free elk right now with our second one. We're going to take this prairie terrain space, get that, because we have to get this first row. We still need to get this one or this one, and we still need to get this forest one or this forest one over here. And then we could get 4 victory points, or I could start aiming for this one. But I feel like I'll take the 4 victory points, because if I get another prairie one, it's gonna be 3. But if I take this bottom one, it potentially helps surround this. So you know what? We're gonna do that. We'll lose 1 victory point for future proofing towards. And I didn't give myself, so I did do this. I did not give myself the free elk yet. No, I did give myself the free elk. Okay, I gotta remember to cross that stuff out. And that was 4. Just those 4. Okay. I think we are good for that. Okay. All right. Thought it was be a quicker game, but we're almost hitting an hour now. So, all right, we are going to advance and roll the dice. And let's see here. We got foxes, hawks, and bears. So if we want to do this one, can we? 4 foxes, 4 hawks, 2 salmon. We can do this one. This one we get 1 more thing and 1 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, but we get 2 nature tokens back on this one. So this is the one we're going to do for sure. 4 is pretty good as well. So, all right. So what do we want to get out of this? We could stock up on 2 bears. We can get 2 foxes back or get 3 hawks. I think we're just going to get our 3 hawks back because we're going to spend them all right now. So we're going to do 1 elk. Actually, we're going to give ourselves the hawks first, then 1 elk. There goes all our foxes. Too expensive to upgrade the hawks into foxes. But we're going to get 2 back. You know what? We're going to make this 11 hawks. We're going to spend the 1 token to downgrade the foxes and the hawks. So we have 11 hawks. We're going to spend 4. So we end up with 7, right? 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. And we're down to 1 salmon. And then we're going to get 2 nature tokens back and 2 resources. We get 2 elks. So we're out of foxes right now. Don't know what that's going to do for us. And we get 4 water spaces to spend. And I know how I'm going to spend some of them. So the first water space is going to simply be this one. That's going to get us all these spaces. Then the next 2 are going to be this one. And this one, that's 3. And then I guess it's kind of the same thing, right? If I go for these 2 and I get this for free, but that's 3 victory points. Or if I just get this victory point one, I'll do this one for our 4th one. Because if I get a free one, I can just grab that because we still need it. All right, so what does that do for us? That gives us some victory points. All of these we now have. And then we also get another marsh. We got all the marsh tokens? 1, 2, where's the other one? 3, we do. Okay, well, we're gonna get 4 victory points for that. Did not realize that we got all the marsh tokens. We got 5 more turns left, 4 more turns left. Somewhere around there. We roll the dice. All right, we can get a lot of salmon. We can get a lot of hawks. Or we can get 2 elk. I think we're just gonna get the salmon because we already have the hawks. We got 3 salmon, not 4. We're at 4 salmon. All right, we can't do this one because we don't have the bears, unfortunately. We could have done this one actually. Think about this actually. Let's not get the salmon. Let's go undo that. Actually, no, because I needed the salmon to be able to do it. So, and no matter what, I had to have the salmon to do that one. But we are in a position to do this one now and get 1 resource back. 3 elk, 4 hawks, and prairies get us. What we need is forest. Is what we need. We do this one? No, we don't need this one. What we need is forest. I'm afraid that I'm not going to have what we need to do the forests, but we are going to stick with my plan here now because we only need 1 more. We only need 2 more free hexes, and we get 1 free hex automatically. I don't know if we're going to get any more of these water spaces though. This is a tier 2 and this is a tier 2. No, we're not going to get any more waters. It might make sense to do this one. Said I'm not going to do this, but 1 elk. Oh, we don't have the foxes. Oof, we don't have the foxes for either of these. Because if I don't get a water space, I need to get a sun or a rain. So here's the sun and here's the rain. The rain is a forest space. If I end up getting the forest, I can get the rain, I get the hex for here, and then the forest I just get because I get the forest. Okay. I think we are gonna play it safe. I don't remember what kinds of animals forests want. I'm assuming there's some sort of theme to it, but I don't know. Like these water spaces all wanted, these marshes all wanted foxes, so they're not really a way I can predict it. 3 elk. Yeah, I will have no elk. No, I'll have nothing. I need to get a forest space. So I'm not going to trade anything in, unfortunately. I don't like it, but yeah, I need this forest card. So we're gonna gamble and hope we can get it. All right, this one was not too bad. I'll go. We didn't get we need foxes. We didn't get any foxes. We got a lot of hawks that we can upgrade. We have the elk. We have the bears. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna upgrade all of the eagles into foxes for 2 nature tokens. So we're out of nature tokens, but we have 4 foxes. We're going to get this card right here. We're going to spend it, get a bear, 2 elk, 3 foxes, 2 hawks, and then I get a nature token back, and then I get 2 more resources. I get a salmon and a fox. No, that's an elk. Fox, we said. Okay. All right, so I get 4 spaces. So first things first, we're going to get this rain cloud right here. And with this rain cloud, we are going to grab this water space down here because we need it. We need it in order, because we can't win if we don't get this first row landmarks. So we're going to do that. We're going to grab this, and that's taken care of. Then next, we're going to get this elk. We're going to get a free elk, and we're going to get this forest space. Okay, so this gives us a lot we can do now. So first, we're going to get 2 victory points at the end of the game, and now we have 2 spaces that we can just grab. Question is what 2 spaces? Like what gets us the most here? We can try to get this second row for 5 victory points, an extra hex, all these free resources, and I also believe it's an achievement, but how? How can I use these 2 hexes? And I still have also 2 forest hexes to take advantage of. So where are all these things that we need? Here's the 2 forests. That gets us this. I can try and start gambling around these 2. Or I could just grab, I don't know, I have to probably get this. Yeah, so we're going to grab this first. This is one of the free hexes we're going to get. We're going to get the sun so we can get this last sun bonus. And we're going to get 2 resources of anything we want. Or 2 bears. So let's look here. We want to get this forest one again. Or if we want to get, we actually want to get this prairie again, but we're not going to be able to do it guaranteed. But we can get the 2 bears, and we have all this. So yeah, we're gonna take the 2 bears. We'll just take the 2 bears instead of the 3 victory points. Try to get these achievements done. All right. So that was our one of these frees. So we have one other free, and we still have 2 more forests. I think we're just gonna simply do this forest right here, and this forest right here. Get this guy out of the way, and we get a free resource from that. So what do we think we need? Probably just need the other bear to guarantee that we can do this card next if we want to. And then for our free hex, we're just gonna get this guy. And that's gonna give us another free resource. And I think we're gonna get an elk. We're gonna get an elk because we only have 2. All right, so that was our other free hex. That's everything. Okay, all right. So now we're gonna hope that we can get this prairie. Prairie will get us all of this. If not, we can always get the marshes to get this prairie up here. But we only get 1 more free hex unless we start overflowing. So yeah, we'll see what cards, what we get next. All right, so we're going to advance and roll. 5 forests for all of this. And I think we have all of this, and we get some of this right now. So let's see, we have the 2 bears, we have the 3 elk, we have all of this. So we can do 5 forest spaces right now. Do we even want to do 5 forest spaces? We kind of do, but problem is we're going to not be able to get this unless we overflow. And we're not overflowing with forest. We can get another mountain. Now, I think... Well, we need the forest too, though. With the forest, we're going to have multiple opportunities to get. Not an easy decision. I think the last 2 cards are mountains too, which doesn't really help us that much. Although, mountains help us overflow, which gets us like free hexes, and we only need this one. So I think we're gonna gamble, and we're gonna take the forests and try to max out what we can there. So yeah, so we're gonna do 2 bears. Well, did I take this? I don't think I took my resources from this. Yeah, I did not do this yet. I think I'm just gonna take the 2 foxes, and I'm gonna downgrade for free the elk and just get 3 foxes. Okay, now we're gonna do 2 bears. We're out of elks, down to 4 foxes and down to 3 salmon, and we're gonna get 5 forest spaces, and we get 2 resources back. So we're gonna get a fox. We are running out of spaces here, and I guess we'll take the salmon to be safe in case we need the salmon. All right, we're gonna take 5 forest spaces. We're kind of gambling on this. We're gonna simply take this forest icon first, and we're gonna get an elk back. We are out of elk writing spaces here, so I'm gonna have to just keep erasing this last space. So that's 1 of the 5. We are gonna get a free fox. So I'll turn this into a 6 to save a space. And then we're gonna get these 2. And that's gonna give us another mountain, which is gonna give us this. Let's circle all these because we forgot to do it before. We're getting this at the end of the game. We're getting this at the end of the game. We're getting this. We're getting this. We're now getting this guy. Did I miss any spots? Yep. We're getting this at the end of the game. I think that's everything. Okay. That's 3 spots. And I think the last 2 are simply just going to be 4 victory points and 3 victory points. 1 and then... All right, that's it. So we have 2 more turns left, I think. We're going to advance. Oh, we have a wetlands. Interesting. And then re-roll the dice. All right. And this one, I think we can, if we get the elk, we can do it. So this, we can re-roll these if we want, which we probably will because we have both of these. Let's roll both. And elk. If I take the elk, I can downgrade the bear to an elk. I can get 3 mountains. So what does 3 mountains get us? 3 mountains doesn't get us anything yet. Or we just do this and nab the last stuff that we need. I have this. I'm gonna have to use a lot of foxes to do this though. What does wetlands get us? Well, this is only a 3. That's the problem. So I have 3 mountain spaces left. If it was a 4 or a 5, we'd be in a really good position. But it's not. It's a 3. We don't want a 3 unless we get it a second time. That's going to require getting 4 salmon and 4 elk, and we only have 1 more turn left, so I don't think that's going to happen. We could just try and get this 1 bear, 2 elk, 3, and then yeah, we'll just do this one. We'll get 4 forests, and that gets us what we need. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we are going to downgrade this bear to an elk. So we're going to be at 4 elk. Sorry, I didn't switch back. So we're back down to 0 nature tokens. And then we're going to do this one. We're going to get you spend a bear. We're going to have to do it this way. We're down to 2, 3 foxes, 2 hawks. And then we get a nature token back, and we get a resource of our choice back. And I think we are going to try and get a bear. We're just going to get a bear. We're going to go back up to 2 bears. Now we get 4 forests. And what I think is interesting about this, if my math is right here, is I only have 2 forest spaces left. There's this one and this one. Let's double check if all of the forest spaces are gone now. These are all gone. These are all gone. Not a hybrid. I don't see, unless I'm blind, I don't see any forest spaces left, which means I'm on the overflow now, which means I'm going to get a victory point and a free hex. And this free hex that I'm going to take is simply going to be this prairie. And then I'm going to simply get an elk back. And then I get another free hex. And I'm also, so I'm going to be at the end of the game getting 5 points here. And I'm also getting an extra point down here. And I think I circled all those. I got another free one. And I think I'm going to grab this 2 right here. All right. And then that is it for this turn. I think we're on the last turn. We're going to advance, roll. And I think I already have what I need. 2 bears, 3 elk, 3 foxes, 2 salmon. I'm just gonna simply down convert. Really no good down conversion. There's no good conversion here at all. And I can't take the 2 animals either because it costs 3 and I only have 2. I could down convert foxes into salmon. No. Could up convert. Nope. Okay, so this is a bad roll. So we're just gonna take, I don't know, 2 foxes. We'll be at 5 foxes now. To keep it simpler, we're gonna take 2 salmon because I have space for to write salmon in. So we're gonna lose our bears. We're gonna lose all our elk, all our foxes, and 2 salmon. So let's do this. We're at 0 and 0. I can get 1 of something back, so I'll just get a bear back. Doesn't really matter. Gives us 5 forests. And since our forests are still full, we're just going to do the overflow. And we're going to get 1 free hex. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 2 free hexes. So unfortunately, wonder how this works. I wonder if I could just simply take 2 forests. Hold on, let's look that up. So I'm in an interesting place because I get 2 free hex. So I had 5 overflow. So I get 2 free hex placements. I don't know if I can use the 2 free hexes to then put them in forest, and since forest is completed, get these. I obviously can get more victory points if I like use them on these 2 spaces up here because I get 2 and then I would get an additional 4. But if I want to get this achievement to do this, I could do 3 and then 4. I could lose 2 victory points to get this fully done. So I don't know. I looked in the rules. It doesn't seem to say. So I am going to play. It just says you can put them in any standard place. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna rule that I can't, but I am going to ask on BGG. I can always get this in some future game. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to assume that the hex, it has to be like an available hex. We're going to do it like this. We're going to do this free one right here, and then this free one right here. It's going to give me this, and then we're going to end up scoring this and this at the end of the game. Boom, and then boom. And we didn't get this forest one, unfortunately, but that is it. We also score all these. Boom, boom. And I think that's it. I think that's the end of the game. I think I did everything that I could possibly do. So let us tally up the bonuses. I also completed the forest, so that is full. I don't know if I completed anything else. I don't think I did. Not complete the marshes, not complete this, not complete the wetlands. I came close to completing the wetlands though. Did not complete the mountains. Nope. Okay, yeah, so I get that as well. All right, so let us add all this up. First, these spaces. I feel like they all have 20 points in them. Let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, all right, I'm gonna have to cross these out and add as I go, because I think that's the only fair way to do it here. So we're gonna do 2. Actually, let's use a different color in case I make a mistake here. Let's choose green. No, let's choose bright red. I think red is gonna stand out more. All right, and then let's do this. We're gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're gonna go with 13 for that. It's kind of hard because some of them are hybrids and I don't really know how that works. So 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe all the hybrids don't have points in them. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I think they all have, I guess all the hybrid spaces have symbols on them and not victory points. Maybe it's not as confusing as I thought. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, that's it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, no. What am I missing? Oh, it's 7, yeah, so 6. A lot lower there than I thought. Then these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where am I missing some? Maybe they all don't score 20 because this is only another 7. Look at that again. Maybe I missed something. 7 here. There's right there. Okay, never mind. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yes, I keep saying it, but I'm pretty sure that I'm correct that each area possibly can give you 20 points. Mountains 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in my head, I think you could just subtract what you don't have, but again, 11, 13. There's the 7. Okay, yeah. So a faster way of doing this would just be subtract from 20 the ones that you don't have. All right, so 13, overflow 2, 4, 6, 7, and then bonuses. Actually, so this would be 24. Let's make this correct here. 24 bonuses counted, and then these bonuses are 5, 6, 7, 4, 16, 16, 21, 23. 23 from the landmarks. What's going on? My computer's dying. Okay, 23. And then 1 for every 5 of these. So I have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I get 1 point here. All right, so let's do some math. Uh, 97? All right, pretty high. I only had to beat 50. And I got the first row. So that's it. That's Cascadia Rolling Hills scenario C. I guess I'll do scenario D soon, and then we'll see if I want to keep going from there. I guess let's just check and see what we did with our achievements. Hold on one second. All right, so let's see how we did here. So we're going to get 1 point for completing the scenario. And then I believe we did this. We scored 65, we scored 80, we completed 2, we did not complete 2 habitat types. I guess I was going for collect 10 landmarks, we did that. We collected all the sun and rain bonuses. We did not outline all 4 point hexagons, and we did not complete the overflow track. So we get another 5 points for this. So I will update our sheet accordingly. I don't have that ready to go, but you'll see this track uploaded for next time. I guess I could do it real quick. Hold on. Magic of editing. And boom, there we go. We got 1 point for completing 3, and we got another 5 achievements. So at some point, you will see, a lot less red X's, because the red X's are kind of like the achievements, and the green ones are defeating the scenario. But as you can see, I got 5 achievements for sheet C already. So there's only 3 left to go in sheet C. But, I still have to aim for them before, if I don't want to have to redo scenarios just to get them. But yeah, anyway, that is Cascadia Rolling Hills, scenario 3. I will do scenario 4 soon. And again, if you like this, please, please, please let me know if I made rules mistakes. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 300 subscribers this year. I do have to do a review of this game. I feel like the reviews are the one thing that I keep putting on the back burner. So hopefully I can get there this year. If not, oh well, I'm trying. I am trying. So anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. I'm Wackasm. Thank you for watching.